Okay, Dana Abercrombie, the Koalition. Thank you so much for speaking with me, everyone. This is an interesting kind of relationship-ish situationship that's going on in season two with all three of you. So, what I wanted to know first, for me, his eye is wandering. His eye is a little bit over on looking over at Markisha,
Wow,
and
that's a
so
good play on words.
Right.
So also what I was wondering, and also he's competing, kind of not competing, but he's also dealing with the situation of Meech and also with the family. What I wanted to know from you, Sydney, is that with everything that's going on, what is preventing you from just saying, I am tired, it's too much with this family? What is it are you still holding on to?
I think, for LaWanda, she's created this family dynamic with his mom and his sister. And, at this point, they have kids. And so at this point, it's harder to leave. So a lot of the time when you get into something, once you're in, it's like, I have too much to leave now. Like they built this family, she's close with the parents. And so it's deeper than just the relationship with Terry. Obviously, she loves him, but she loves their family. And you're going to see a little bit this season of her and Meech kind of building a relationship. She starts to gain love for Meech. So, like I said, it becomes more than just relationship with Terry that makes it harder for her to get out.
Right. And for Lala, Markeisha comes with a little bit of extra baggage. There's a little ring attached. And so we do see a friendship form. She's very helpful with the business and teaching him things. But I wanted to know, what does this friendship kind of gain for Markeisha? What does she get out of this?
A lot of times when you're married, the relationship can get stagnant, the day to day, whatever doings of the marriage, and no one's really connecting anymore. So when Terry comes into her life, it gives her something to do. It gives her purpose. It gives her, a feeling that she hasn't had in a long time, especially that new feeling of someone flirting with you, someone looking at you, someone making you feel a certain way. And I think she was lacking that in the marriage. So it was nice to have that from him. And at first it's like, no, this is just friendly and light flirting, nothing crazy. And then it progresses obviously into something much more.
This is genuine or more of an escapism?
I think that it's a little bit of both. I definitely think she loves Terry, and I know for a fact in real life, Markeisha still loves Terry. But I definitely think it also was an escape from her life. She was also in a very toxic marriage, and it was an escape from that as well. So definitely both.
So for Da Vinci, I was wondering, as Terry, he's separated now from his brother. He's working with his father, Charles, who essentially is the new Meech. You could kind of argue he doesn't have that sense of freedom that he once had while working with his brother. There's a quote that is saying that, once you separate a wolf from the pack, they either become the hunter or the predator. How do you view Terry this season?
I think Terry just jumped from one. I think it's the same shit, different toilet for real. Like I think he was like, damn, I'm gonna start my own thing, and then now his pops have become his new meat, so he's just aggravated, which fuels him to search for that independence even more, and that's why I think he fell in love with Markeisha so hard because not only does he love her, not only is she beautiful and she's showing him different ways of life, but mainly she's like really teaching him like, yo, you got to be a boss, and he loves that shit more than anything else in the world. So I think that's what makes him really just fall so hard for her because that's what he's been dealing with in his own personal life. He wanted independence from Meech, and now he wants independence from his father. So now we'll see if he's gonna get that.
It does seem, though, that Terry really genuinely wants to work with his father and in the car business. He wants to step away from the life that he had with his brother. But what would you say, aside from money and that independence that money can bring, is really driving him further away from his father? Is it ego? Is it just a natural growing up and wanting to be his own man?
I think it's just a natural growing up and wanting to be his own man for sure. Like I think after a certain time when because the type of personality that Terry has, Terry's not the type of person that is gonna get bossed around. He's the type of person that he's a leader. So he can't be in that position, that bottom position for so long, just of how he's built, how he is. So I think that's right there is just feeling him to be like, I got to get out of this situation and just be on top, and I got to be the one calling the shots.
Right. And for Sydney, we do see that the family, for LaWanda, and watching what's going on with the Flenorys, it's kind of falling apart. And what can you say? Is there a way that she's trying to hold it together, not just for herself, but also for the family as well?
Right. Well, I feel like her having a child, she's trying to hold it together. And, at the end of the day, she wants what's best for Terry. So obviously, you don't want to see your spouse get into something that could put them away for the rest of their lives? So it's like she's also trying to keep him, whereas, he has other influences. She's trying to keep him in the house and trying to keep him kind of on the straight path of doing the car business and stuff so he doesn't stray off and get shot again, go to jail again. So she's trying to hold it down with the kids, but she's struggling.
So I was wondering with Da Vinci, as Terry, we do see that he's pulled in different directions, but I wanted to know, what is the main priority for Terry?
I think his main priority for the entire season, I think, is to just have his independence and just become his own boss. I think that's what Terry wants, because I know deep down inside he believes that, I know how to do this the best way. And like, if everyone would just listen to me, like, we'll figure this out.
And also for Sydney and Lala, Anthony, I was wondering, what are the characters' true thoughts about each other? About
Uh,
Markisha and LaWanda?
Okay.
I don't think there will ever be a
In real
situation
life, is she
oh,
talking
in real life or in real life or on the show?
So, sorry.
Show. On the show. Now we don't like it on the show.
Yeah.
We definitely don't like it. That's her man, and I'm like infiltrating into her territory. I don't think anyone in real life who's been in a situation like this, there's no
Right.
relationship there. But
Yeah.
outside of the show, I think Sydney is such an incredible person and actor, and I have so much love and respect for her.
Same.
Can there be kind of a sense of peace between the two in season 2, do you feel?
Oof.
Or even
I don't. I feel like this is just the beginning. I feel like this is maybe later down the line we might find some peace, but I feel like this is the beginning of just like, this woman is stealing my man, and on her end, it's like, he doesn't even want to be over there. So it's like a whole feud. So I don't think we're making up anytime soon.
Yeah, I think it's just actually getting started, like she said.
Right.
so with season 2, for all three of you, there's a lot of themes that we have. We have socioeconomics in Detroit. There's also policing in Black neighborhoods. There's the war on crime. What is it? What theme do you say for season 2 that really spoke to you, not only as an actor, but as a person, to just dive into that material?
I'll jump out first. I think for me, it's love and wanting to be loved. I think that's just a universal feeling that we all can relate to, whether you have it, whether you don't have it, whether you had it at one time. There's, as human beings, there's just this need to want to be loved and feel that feeling. So I think Markisha was looking for that and found that in Terry, and then also just wanted to see him become an amazing person in whatever it is that he put his mind to. So I think those are just feelings that we all can tap into. So that's kind of what I leaned into the most when I was working on my character development between Terry and Markisha.
Right. I think for me, it's loyalty. Everybody who I've talked to about Rhonda, is her real name in real life, has just said how loyal she was and how, she was always there for Terry, even when they didn't have a relationship. She was the first person, well, not even when they didn't have a relationship, but even when he wasn't necessarily as interested, she still wanted to be there for him and wanted to be a part of the family. So I feel like that was definitely what I tapped into, was because I feel like as myself, I am a very loyal person and sometimes shouldn't be to certain people, but once you have history with the person, you're going to continue to be there for them. So I definitely use that in my character development. And like Lala said, love. At the end of the day, we all want to love somebody. We all want to be loved. So I was able to pull from those things.
I think for Terry, I think the finances in the house. Well, you know what? Temptation. I think temptation is a big thing, and he's being tempted in a lot of different areas in his life. And I think in this season, you're gonna see a lot of the characters go through a lot of temptation. And that's what's driving everything. That's what's like keeping the energy with everything. Like when you really see through all the character storyline, it's like temptation is what's making this season go.
Mhm.
Well, thank you everyone for speaking to me. I enjoyed season 2, or what I was able to see, and thank you so much.